I'm back. No Power 5 yesterday, but hopefully you guys caught both the Morning Wager and CBB tip-off show. Went 2-1 with free plays there. Unfortunately, an 0-2 night on premium plays for me, but still a 29-11 run in college hoops, including 9-2 the last 11, number one overall last 7 days at WagerTalk. Let us now talk about Friday, though. Conference tournaments are in full effect. Free play for Purdue and Illinois coming up as well. And I'm going to be getting you ready for Saturday's Premier League slate. A reminder, smash that like button when you are in agreement with these free plays. We start with Illinois State and Belmont, 3:30 Eastern in St. Louis. This is the 4-5 matchup in the quarterfinals of the Missouri Valley Tournament, aka Arch Madness, because it is in St. Louis, obviously. And pretty telling that the team who played yesterday, Illinois State, opens as the slight favorite. There has been some slight movement towards Belmont, but I'm going to put my money behind an Illinois State offense that is number 2 overall in the conference. Not like the Redbirds were pushed hard yesterday. They beat Missouri State 70-54, up 15 at the half, up as many as 21 in the second half. And while the team shot well overall, leading scorer Chase Walker, he's only 4 of 10 for 11 points. So I think he's going to have a bigger game today against the Belmont team that Illinois State matches up pretty well against. You go back to the regular season, these teams did split, but Belmont's win came in overtime. Illinois State was able then to win the rematch, even though Belmont went 12 of 27 from three. I don't think Belmont's going 12 of 27 for three in this game, even though, yes, Illinois State's defense is a concern, but they can limit points in transition. That's the one thing that the Redbirds do well defensively. So I like Illinois State. I think they're the better team, and they will move on here. On a related note, perhaps some of you have seen this already, but betting the under has been very profitable in the Missouri Valley tournament through the years. 42-22 the last 10 years after a 3-1 day yesterday. Okay, let's move away from the conference tournaments and talk about what is probably the marquee matchup of the night in college basketball. That's Purdue, Illinois, 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox. As many of you know, I cashed a big 5% play with the Fighting Illini on Sunday. They destroyed Michigan. Now they are minus 4.5 versus a Purdue team that has not won on the road in over a month. But over the previous 3 seasons, the Boilermakers are 5-0 straight up versus the Illini. I'm going to call for that streak to end here, though. Illinois, I've said it before, is a top 20 team when fully healthy, and they are healthy now. Unranked home favorite against the top 25 opponent here. Lay it with Illinois minus 4.5. All right. Got a special offer going on right now at wagertalk.com. Right now, you can get the rest of the college basketball season, not just for me, but also my morning wager co-host Mark Zinno for just $198. That is every college hoops play from now through the national championship game. Mark and I are currently number 1 and number 2 overall, and number 1 and number 2 in college hoops over the last 30 days at the site. Again, I'm 29-11 my last 40 in college hoops, 9-2 the last 11. Had won 9 in a row prior to last night's unfortunate 0-2. I'm going to bounce back on Friday with a 4% best bet. So far in March, I'm a perfect 4-0 with college basketball plays rated 4% or higher. WT.buzz/BP is the place to go. Let me know what you think about those college hoops plays. And now we're talking a little Premier League here on Saturday morning. We're going to start with Fulham and Brighton, 10 a.m. Eastern on the USA Network. Both Fulham and Brighton were victorious in the FA Cup on Sunday. Just so happens I had Brighton plus a half against Newcastle in their win. I'll take the plus a half again here, only this time with Fulham. I know Brighton has won 5 in a row, but not a lot separating them and Fulham, in my opinion. Also, 2 of those 5 straight Brighton wins were in the FA Cup. They've not won 4 consecutive Premier League matches since 1981, which was the only time in club history they've done it. Fulham's also unbeaten their previous 9 matches against Brighton, 5 wins, 4 draws. I'll take a draw here on Saturday, and I wouldn't at all be surprised if that's how things end up. I do not expect a draw when Crystal Palace hosts Ipswich Town, 10 a.m. Eastern on Peacock. Crystal Palace, one of the hottest teams in the entire EPL right now, should run away with things here at Selhurst Park. Eagles have the 3rd most points in the league over the last 14 weeks, trailing only the top 2, Liverpool and Arsenal. Crystal Palace has also won 8 of their last 11 matches overall. I would lay the -1 here. Ipswich, they're going to get relegated at the end of the season. We know this. They are off a tough loss in the FA Cup to Nottingham Forest on Monday. That went to penalties. Just a major gap in quality between these two sides. I'd be stunned if Palace didn't win. Therefore, it's worth laying the -1 at -130. Last one, yes, we're going Premier League heavy on the show today. Brentford hosting Aston Villa, 12:30 Eastern on NBC. Everyone can watch this one. The Bees are slight home favorites. Worth noting, Aston Villa they've really sucked, quite frankly, when coming off a Champions League match this season. Failed to win any of their last 7 in the Premier League when coming off a Champions League match. And of course, Villa were successful midweek against Club Bruges in the UCL. But I want to focus on a prop for this game at Brentford. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. No team in the league has a better shot conversion rate at home than does Brentford. At the same time, the Bees have not kept a single clean sheet at home this entire season. Meanwhile, Aston Villa have both scored and conceded at least 1 goal in a league high 20 matches. So when these teams are involved, generally both teams score. I think they both get on the score sheet here, and we're going to get at least 3 goals. All right, quick recap of the Power 5 for Friday in college hoops. I like Illinois State money line against Belmont, and that's in the afternoon. Tonight, I like Illinois laying -4.5 against Purdue. We move to the Premier League on Saturday. I like Fulham plus half a goal at Brighton. I like Crystal Palace -1 versus Ipswich Town. And then Brentford, Aston Villa, both teams to score and over 2.5. Remember to comment down below with your thoughts on those plays. Remember to head on over to wt.buzz/BP to take advantage of that 2-for-1 March Madness special offer. Mark Zinno and I are number 1 and number 2 overall in college basketball over the last 30 days. Get every CBB winner from the both of us from now through the end of the NCAA tournament for $198. That is going to do it for today's show. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back Saturday. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this. Make sure you click that subscribe button as well. And until next time, let's cash some tickets.